Your home is most likely your biggest and proudest purchase, right? Everything that it took to acquire it, the constant property searches, getting approved, submitting offers, negotiations, finally getting your offer accepted, and then inspections, making it to closing. And now you finally acquired the dream of home ownership, but it's time to sell. Well, did you know that your primary residence is considered a capital asset, meaning that it could be subject to capital gains tax? Enter capital gains exclusion. So with capital gains exclusion, there's a handful of rules. I'm going to go over some of the most common and basic ones. So if you go to sell your primary residence, if you are single, you could be excluded up to $250,000 in capital gains. And if you're married, all the way up to $500,000. So here in San Diego, we've had an enormous amount of appreciation really over the last 9 years or so, but that's a healthy chunk of change from $250 to $500 to potentially be completely exempt from paying capital gains tax. So how do you qualify? Number one, has to be your primary residence. Number two, you have to have lived in your home 2 years out of the last 5 years. And the 2 out of 5 does not have to be consecutive. It just has to be 2 years out of the most recent 5 years. So here's an example. Let's say you purchase a home for $500,000 and you live in that residence, your primary residence, for 1 year. Then you move out and you have a tenant occupy for the next 3 years. And then you move back in for a year. So that's 2 out of the most recent 5. And then if you go to sell, and let's just say you're single, you sell for $700,000, well, that's only a gain of $200,000, which is under $250,000 for single, so you would be completely exempt from paying capital gains tax. Now look, I don't want to get too much in the weeds with this. There are a handful of gray areas, but the main 2 criteria really is 2 out of the last 5 years and principal residence. So you want to get with a tax attorney, CPA, accountant, and go through the specifics with your situation. But just know that this really is the best benefit of owning a primary residence when you go to sell, bar none. Now there are some more exceptions too if you're divorced or military, but if you have any more questions about capital gains exclusion, feel free to reach out. Hope this was of some value, and I'll see you all in the next video.